Hello, welcome to day 14 of Flossy Vlogmas. My name is Lee, and I am here to talk about festive adventy opening things and what I was doing yesterday. Hopefully, craft-wise, there was something going on. I mean, if you watched the past 2 days, you know that may not be true. So, I guess we wait and see if I got off my butt and stopped faffing around all the time. Right. First, we're going to start with what's in my mug. Bird and Blend yesterday gave me Fairy Tale of New Year. Not New York. But it has coffee in it, and I can smell the coffee in it, and I really don't want coffee. I don't enjoy it. So I'm gonna give it a sip and we're gonna see where we are. I mean, it kind of smells like a mocha. There's definitely some chocolate in the cocoa shells. There's definitely chocolate. No, definitely chocolate. That's a good part. Definitely coffee. Yeah, no. If you like coffee, I'm sure that's probably pretty tasty. I don't. Yeah, well, you know what? I'm gonna give this thing a pause and I'm gonna go see if the guy would like to drink this cup of tea. Because otherwise it's going down the sink, because I'm not gonna drink this. So, I will go find out if he would like it. And I will be right back, potentially with a different cup of tea. We will find out. Just a moment. Okay, right, I'm back. The guy was happy to drink Fairy Tale of New Year. So he is down in his office, happily sipping on that cup of tea, and I took the opportunity to grab my emergency replacement tea, the Church Mouse Holiday. So that is what I'm going to try today. Oh yeah, no, this one I like. Yeah, that's a nice black. This is, whoops, other side, Assam and Kimoon full leaf black teas, juniper berries, cloves, and Italian bergamot oil. Church Mouse Holiday, Stephen Smith tea maker. You can only get these, the Church Mouse teas, from Church Mouse. You can't even get them at the Stephen Smith store. You have to get them from Church Mouse. So, I did. And yeah, I'm glad I'm using this as a replacement tea today. That one's tasty. Okay, well, let's see what Bird and Blend has in store for me today, day 14. May it not have coffee in it. Here we go. It's getting a little empty here. It's a good thing, right? I think it's a good thing. A green bag, and I just ripped the door off. I don't even know my own strength. Well, if I've had a green bag yet. I wonder if it means mint. Shall we find out? Green. This means I'm a hand-blended whole leaf green tea. Oh, yeah, that would make sense. It's a green tea. Which, if you're not a big tea drinker and you've never liked green tea, it's probably because you've brewed it too hot. You have to brew green tea at a much cooler temperature, not boiling water. Anyway, this one is a green tea and it is called Fairy Dust. A dusting of rose and peach in this magical brew. Huh, alrighty. There are some sprinkles in here. A little bit of potential corn in the maltodextrin, but hard to say. They didn't say if it was corn maltodextrin, but it's potato starch, so I'm going to guess probably about corn maltodextrin. Less chance of it when it's in England. Yay, yay. Well, I'm excited for a little bit of fairy dust tomorrow. We all need a little bit of fairy dust in our lives during the holidays, don't you think? Well, I sure do. And I will be enjoying some fairy dust tomorrow. And some holiday today. All right, let's move on to the Advent calendars. First, we have Geektastic Fibers, Women in Literature. We have Hunter from Neverwhere. Wouldn't have thought of that one. I'm dropping things today. Oh, that's fun. Okay, the green that is in here is just, here, let me see if I can do the other side so you don't see that green. Because the green isn't actually part of the skein, it's just holding the skein together. Look at this one. That is going to be a really fun variegated to play with. I like. I think I'm narrowing down what I want to make with this Advent set. I already know what I'm doing with the Canon hand dice set. I'm doing the Heart and Cowl and mitts from the Knit Vent, from Helen Stewart's Knit Vent that came out this year. So that's what I'm doing with that one. And I think I've narrowed down what I'm doing with this one. The other two I'm still kicking ideas around. So when I make a final decision, I'll let you guys know. Now, Canon hand dies, Isn't It Romantic? The Gradient. We've been getting really light. Ooh, and now we're darkening back up. We are going down into a beigey color here. Oh, you might even be getting some sparkle today. Oh, or not. Might have just been a flash. Nice. I'm going to enjoy seeing this whole gradient laid out at the end of Advent, because I've gotten really curious to see how it progresses and where it's going to end. Well, we don't know where it's going to end, but where it's progressing has been very interesting. Hugh Loco's One Pot Wonders. It won't open. Oh, this one is called 1973. Yeah, I think there were some people who had rugs about that color in 1973. It is a glorious gold color with some hints of green and red, which is oddly very holiday. Whoops, let me put that in front again. You see the hints of green right through here? Definitely can see the red, that's easy. But yeah, that is actually a gloriously gold color. Again, I'm not huge on the yellows and the oranges, but some of them hit really nice. I can't wear them anywhere near my face, which is why lots of yellows and oranges in a thing might be problematic, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I still have no clue what I'm making with the Hue Loco. And then we have Earl Grey Fiber Company, Alice in Wonderland. Another yellowy gold. Today's the day. The March hare. I mean, 'tis the holiday season. You need some sparkle and you need some gold. This is just gold, but you need some of the goldenness in your holiday. Huh, those two are, look at these two together. Let me put those to the side. really go well together. I mean, I'm not going to put them together in a project likely, because I'm likely going to keep them in separate Advent projects, but they go nicely together. All right, that is all of the Advents. Now some more holiday. Yeah, I like this one. Well, may I like fairy dust tomorrow. And now we will get on to what I did yesterday. I did knit. I did. And I have a faux. Yep. I finished my socks. There they are. Hooray! So now I have completed the entire, bit of a fluff on the top of that sock, the entire year worth of Desert Vista Dye Works socks. I did it. I did it. I'm so happy. I'm so proud of myself, and I did it. I did a year of stripy socks, one a month. So that means I get the special skein that she dyes for the people who were successful in their completion of her, I think she calls it, her fiber club, I think is what she calls it, but you don't get anything, you create something with it, what you already have. Or buy more and then create written details. You use her yarn and make some stripy socks, which I did. And these are wonderfully festive and sweet and done. Yes, I am very happy. I did it. I did it. I did it. I also decided to catch up on Nutmeg the Gnome because I was behind. So I did all the things that I was supposed to do. I did all of the clues that I was behind, and so I'm going to be showing what I have been doing. And if you are knitting Nutmeg and you do not want to be spoiled and you are currently watching, not watching like later on, though why you would, never mind. Close your eyes if you would like to keep Nutmeg, the Advent Gnome, a secret still. There's this piece that I made. I don't have a clue what this is. Not even an inkling what this could be. But I knit it and I have it and it's ready for when we do the thing. Oh, I should make note that while I am stitching the gnome in the clues and all of that, I did not get a set of yarns to go for this. And I'm just kind of picking and choosing out of all of my leftovers. And none of them were actually enough for the entirety of the project. Like, I think you needed a full 20 gram skein, so 80 some odd yards. And I didn't have that. So I'm just kind of picking and choosing colors I like. So this next piece that I'm going to show you is not using the called for color for this section because I didn't have enough of that color and I didn't really care. So I'm just doing my own thing. It's a gnome. He gets to look how he likes. So this is where I am on this clue. So we have obviously started a gnome there, and I am using this color. I should be using this color right here, and my phone's ringing. I actually answered the phone. Crazy talk, I know. And they hung up. Anyhow, let's get back to where we were at. So sorry. This guy, he should be in this color right here for the body. And I didn't want a sunburnt lobster for a gnome. So I'm just kind of doing my own thing. It's a gnome, it'll look cute no matter what you do. All right, if you were trying to keep your eyes closed to not be spoiled for the gnome, you may open them again, all is safe. You may have heard that I didn't want a sunburnt gnome, but I mean, that isn't really much of a spoiler for I mean, maybe you want a sunburnt gnome. More power to you then. I mean, they do live at the North Pole, so maybe if they went somewhere with the sun, they would likely get burnt. Because, yeah, that is true, but I didn't want one. So, chose a different color. Just kind of doing my own thing here. Color-wise, not pattern-wise. And that is all I crafted. I did not do any stitching last night because I was catching up on the gnome and finishing the sock. Today I'm gonna play around with some socks for my mom, which I'm not gonna get done in time for Christmas. So it doesn't matter if she's cheekily watching like my sister did, who now knows that she's getting a gnome because she watched and I didn't know she was watching. And so I showed the gnome that I sent to her. It's all good. So yes, I probably will play around some socks for my mum, and I'm hoping to get some stitching on the stand tonight, though I just haven't decided what. That's my problem. I haven't decided what. So maybe I should play around with figuring that out. Other than that, I did get one thing in the mail that I wanted to show off. I get Nomadic Knits, the magazine, and it came in the mail today. It came early in the mail today. And this one's even more fun because they did this one in Washington, which I've mentioned. I'm from the Pacific Northwest. I'm in Washington State. And they did this one in Washington State, but when they were out here for the photography and all of that, not only was there a pandemic going on and therefore they were doing this weird quarantining thing so that they could see some things, but they couldn't go other places. I don't really understand it all. But also that time that they were here was when we had all those fires. So there was smoke everywhere. And they dealt with the horrible, horrible air quality that we had. Evidently, from some of the bits that I've read about it, it made some of the photographs really amazing. I mean, we did have fantastic sunsets if you could see them. The horribleness of the sky and the smoke in it makes beautiful, beautiful sunsets. And evidently does wonderful things for photography as well. And the story about the cover photo cracks me up, because I read it, and if you don't get Nomadic Knits and you don't know, I'm going to share it because it's funny. They were out in a field in eastern Washington, I believe. Not sure if it was eastern Washington, but a field like this is odds are you're in eastern Washington dealing with smoke. And so they were out in the field taking this photo, and they didn't realize it, but they were trespassing because they didn't know. I mean, if you're in a field and it's up, I'm not sure how they didn't know, but they didn't realize they were trespassing. I think they thought that the part that they were on wasn't yet that land, because they didn't like walk into the middle of this man's field or woman's field. I don't know. Family person's field. They're on the edge of it. But they were technically trespassing, and evidently the owners of said land came out and said, "What are you doing?" And they were like, "Well, you're kind of trespassing, but what are you doing?" They were more curious as to what are these random people doing out over there on our land? What are they doing? And when they found out that they were just taking photographs for a knitting magazine, they let them take the photographs and everything. And evidently they all had quite a giggle over the fact that they were illegally trespassing to get this photo. And then no longer trespassing because they were given permission to be on the land. But isn't that a pretty shawl as well? If you do not get Nomadic Knits. You should give it a peek. And remember when I said something about the sunsets? Yeah, we had some gorgeous sunsets. You couldn't breathe the air, but they made for gorgeous sunsets. So yes, if you do get knitting magazines and you enjoy them, this is a nice one. It has some great patterns and some lovely photography. Yeah, that was our air. Normally that kind of thing means that it is misty and cloudy, and no, that's smoke. that was smoke. So yes, amazing sunsets. Absolutely amazing. You couldn't breathe. There is a pullover in here that I am very tempted by. I just sat down and did a quick flip through. I haven't really read anything or given it a decent look at all. And so I'm really excited to give it a good look. And just thought I'd share it off a little bit because it literally just arrived. And yeah, so that's pretty much all that. Nothing much else going on. 'Tis the quarantine holiday. And on that note, I hope everyone is staying well and staying safe and staying happy and making sure to take a couple moments every day just for yourself, just enough to breathe and relax, and maybe sit down and have a cup of tea or coffee flavored tea that you then give to the guy because you don't drink coffee or what have you. Until tomorrow, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.